In this lesson, we're going to move on from multiplication and division, and we're going to add and subtract rational expressions. In other words, we're going to add and subtract fractions. You must have a common denominator to add or subtract. Now in this first lesson, because there are two lessons on addition and subtraction, in this first lesson we're going to already be given a common denominator. So let's take a look at these. We have m plus 6 over 20 plus 7 over 20. I'm going to write below it, I have a single denominator of 20, and I have the m plus 6 plus 7. I'll put them together over one denominator. I'm moving vertically down. Combine like terms. That's m plus 13 over 20. Now I have completed my addition. Always check and see, can you simplify? In other words, can you factor and reduce? You cannot factor m plus 13, and you can't do anything with 20, so you're done. You could put those parentheses on there, but you don't have to. All right, let's look at the next one. We already have a common denominator, so I've got 5m plus 5m over the denominator of 2m. Combining like terms, that's 10m over 2n. Those are factors. It's 10 times m and it's 2 times n. So 2 goes in there once and 2 goes in there 5 times. That leaves me with 5m over n. Those were just monomials, not binomials like the form of the original. You have to be more careful when you're subtracting. I'm going to end up with 3x minus 15 over x minus 5. Can I factor? Yes, that numerator factors common factor of 3 times x minus 5 over x minus 5, and there's nothing I can do with it, but it is a common binomial factor. That leaves me with, oops, thought I'd gone back. That leaves me with 3. It's 3 over 1. We don't put the over 1. All right, number 4. We have 2x squared plus 11x minus. Now this is where you have to be super careful. Because the second fraction has two terms, you're going to need to put them in parentheses preceded by the negative sign. Now you're going to distribute that, and that is a very common mistake for people to forget to do that. So I have 2x squared plus 11x minus 6x minus 7 over x minus 1. So I've used the distributive property. Now I'm going to combine like terms. I have 2x squared plus 5x. I got 5x from taking 11x minus 6x minus 7 over x minus 1. All right, maybe I can factor and therefore reduce. So let's see. We're going to have to try trial and error with the top. The last sign is negative. That means one of each. I have an x and an x. Since there's only one way to factor 2, it's 1 and 2. I need to try to get the factors of 7. Well, that's 1 and 7. So if I put 1 and 7, let's check it. The outer product is negative 7x. The inner product is positive 2x. That gives me negative 5. So all I need to do is change the signs because I had the right number, but it had the wrong sign. So My denominator is x minus 1. This 1 here is not usually written. You can see that you do have a common binomial factor of x minus 1, and that leaves you with 2x plus 7. It's all about the factoring, but because this was subtraction and you were subtracting two terms up here, that negative had to affect both of those, and that is commonly forgotten. Okay, this one, the denominator is a squared plus 6a minus 27, and I have 7a minus 21. This was just one term, so I didn't have to be quite as cautious. Can I factor the numerator? Yes. Common factor of 7, that's 7 times a minus 3 over, let's see if we can factor the denominator. That's a negative, so I need 1 plus and 1 minus. I have a and a. I need factors of 27 that have a difference of 6. So how about 3 and 9? And I need the big one to be positive. So plus 9 and minus 3. Let's check it. Outer product is negative 3a, inner product is 9a, which gives me 6a. A minus 3's cancel out, and I am left with 7 over a plus 9. So all of those problems, you started with a common denominator. You're going to see in the next lesson how we get a common denominator, build new numerators, and then proceed with this process. All right? Good luck on the homework.